Hi Virgo, I hope that you're all doing well. We are here with a timeless reading for you. The first card that we have out is Page of Swords and the Magician. You can be gathering information about something that you intend to do. You can feel like there's something that you need to learn before doing this though. So you can already have in your head like what the idea is, but there can be maybe information or know-how that you need to gain or that you're like looking out for before you get this started. As far as like putting something into practice. Okay, some of you, this can be like a job thing, a career thing that you're doing. So Page of Swords is going to look around, ask the right questions, gather the information that's necessary. So we have like all of the supplies, all of the stuff that we need, especially like the intellectual property and understanding needed to create what you want to create. King of Pentacles is the part of you that's going to pull this off. And so I'd say that this is a very like committed, determined, disciplined part of yourself that's really willing to do whatever it takes in order to accomplish this. I'd say that you're in a spot where you're very much capable of doing this, that you're not going to give up easily. And that determination and that sort of like commitment and consistency is going to be something that really helps you move forward and apply all of this, and something really will become of that. And then we show that you are moving into Page of Wands, and so this can be a path that you're going to be walking down. This can be a project. It can be a vein of something that you are connecting with. So I feel like there is a like different steps that you're taking. It feels like everything is moving forward. When we have Page of Wands too, it's wanting to make sure that you're doing things that choosing something. Like let's say Page of Wands is a project you're going to be working on. This is something that you actually want to be doing, that it holds meaning to you and you like sort of the job that you have within this. You know, like whatever it is that is required of you in the job description, that you would want to be doing that. There can be like some unknown territory, something unknown that's being looked into. I feel like this is going to expand. This can be expanding a project. It can be time to start a project. This can be expanding your career, your know-how in some way. You can even be looking to expand, and that can be part of this too, or looking to change something or to adapt in some way or to grow even. And you can be looking at how to do that with Page of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. This looks like it's also going to impact you on a personal level as well. Maybe you feel like you have to take some type of personal initiative in order to do this. I'm hearing around the clock. I am seeing an 8 of Cups here, so there may be something on a personal level that you're feeling dissatisfied with, that you're like, this is a desirable change for me because, I don't know, there's like something that's just not working for you right now. And it feels like wanting to be in a position that will suit you better, and that being a move that's made here. Like maybe so you can be more comfortable. I almost get that feeling. Like I'm noticing with 8 of Cups here, 8 of Cups is going to be this part of you that's like, I'm not satisfied with this. I want something that feels more fitting, something that just like feels right to me. And this isn't really that. And so I'm figuring out what I need to do here in order to sort of initiate that type of change. And then Eight of Cups is landing in a way where it looks like it's walking into Queen of Pentacles, and Queen of Pentacles is this feeling of being able to like sit there comfortably and having what you need around you. Getting something about the fall for some of you. This can even be an initiation into winter and spring. Something that's sticking out to me about the Queen of Pentacles card too is that it's kind of like a monochrome a bit. But then the Queen of Pentacles is an energy that kind of stands out. So maybe this is something too about like you within your environment. Adaptation, changeable. Whatever it is, it feels like it's going to help you. Maybe that this something is like temporary. It's kind of like for the time being. I feel like this is something that you're making a move to be doing, and that be like what the goal is. Like maybe this is about being as present as possible as you move through this and not making this like have to be too big or anything like that, and then you like get away from the point and maybe that would be overwhelming. Or just like too much to sort of calculate into this right now. That like this can just be like, right now this is what I'm focused on and that's enough for me currently. I feel like that's what it would take. That's what's needed here. So you can move into a position that you feel more comfortable within. And I think really on a personal level that this is going to feel more comfortable on a personal level for you. And this be why you're making the moves that you're making and that you are ready for that type of change. Like I'm seeing this be something really positive. So this is something that you're in the process of creating right now. And it feels like it's going to help you transition out of a space that you don't want to be in any longer. And more importantly, move into a position that feels more comfortable to you, and I think feels more like agreeable to you and your system and even your lifestyle when we have Queen of Pentacles there. King of Pentacles is going to be the part of you that's going to be taking action and pulling this off. And I'm also seeing the Tower on the bottom of the deck, so there can be something unexpectedly coming into play here. If you're going to follow your heart, I get the feeling that there can be something that feels kind of challenging for you. So Eight of Cups is this this feeling of this isn't my ideal, and I'm not feeling extremely connected to this, and I want to feel like more connected. I want to feel like this is more right to me. I want to feel like I'm in a place that's in like higher resonance with me and like where I want to be and whatnot. Like what would be ideal for you? What I'm seeing though is that we have the Five of Pentacles here, and this can be like I want to do this and also like I'm scared, or it can be I want to do this but I don't know like how feasible this is. This can be I want to do it but like I don't have the resources that I need, or I'm like worried that I won't, you know. It can be something like this that you may I feel almost like maybe possibly an awareness of something that you could feel like you need but you don't have, or something that could make this easier that you're like acquiring. But I feel too like that's what Page of Swords is doing, because Five of Pentacles can be that part of you that's like how feasible is it to pull this off? Like even is that possible in this scenario, in this circumstance? Like I'm concerned that if I make this change, it may end up in a way where I'm left without what I need. So that can even be something too. Like maybe you have technically like what you need, but there's a disconnect with where you are right now, and you want a transition, you want some type of change, and you do have this feeling like things can be better than this. At the same time, in order to do this, it feels like you have to face something that can be like maybe some very real tangible concerns that you have, and you're like, well, if I'm going to be doing that, like what about this stuff? How are things going to be taken care of then? And I feel like this is actually a real concern of yours. But something about Page of Swords being there, because Page of Swords is this part of you that can like learn and be really resourceful. So I feel like this is actually a matter of you, there being information that you need that may very much assuage this for you. Like this can sort of, so you wouldn't really be so worried about this anymore. Like it would be more of a non-factor than anything. Because I get the feeling of like something being ready to begin, or it's almost time for that to happen, and it feels like a shift in a certain direction then that you're going to be taking. But yeah, there can be some like actual, I feel like these are practical concerns that you can be having about things, like how actually would that work out now? Because that's not to say, when we have Eight of Cups, it doesn't mean that in other ways a situation isn't working out for us, but we can feel like it's still not as good as it could be. Overall, I get this feeling of, like, I know that I could be following my heart here and I want to, and also there's this part of me that's wondering how practically would this work if I were to do that. Like, would I actually be putting myself into a position that's, like, not a good one? Like, would this not be a smart move for me to be making, is what I'm getting from this. I'm clarifying the Five of Pentacles just to understand more deeply the nature of this. Five of Pentacles is the card that's indicating, like, a concern about, like, the environment, or it can be about, like, resources, or if something would be sustainable, or if there would be loss involved if you would make this move. I'm getting the Nine of Wands coming out. And then the Six of Swords. Nine of Wands is about challenges. Nine of Wands is about not giving up. Nine of Wands, I see Nine of Wands as a card that's connected with, like, karmic situations and whatnot. Like, if you're going through a period where it kind of feels like a test in some way, I link that to the Nine of Wands generally. So it can be something that we feel like is a barrier that needs to be addressed. So it can be like something, for some of you, I'm getting a financial concern. It's going to be something having to do with, like, your resources. So resources can be support, it can be finances, it can be like the stuff that you need to do something just in general. That can be like material, it can be like even somebody being a cheerleader to you. It's just whatever you would feel you would need to thrive in your circumstance, and feeling like, would I be stepping into a position where I would not have these things that I need? Is that, you know, like all this train of thought. So having that Nine of Wands there, I feel like this is about facing all of those concerns that are coming up. And then Six of Swords is going to be some type of understanding of these things so things can actually move forward. So I feel almost like something's going to be happening in the in-between that isn't totally out here yet. I feel almost like this is an unsolved puzzle that we have that's laid out here. but maybe this is just what's needed. So let's talk about this. We have Page of Swords that's connected with the Wheel of Fortune. So this is about looking out for opportunities, looking out for open doors, and looking out for what the universe is bringing to you and suggesting. So you just being on the lookout for the stuff that's going to show up because it can be actually helping you within this situation. This can be one of those situations where like you know what you want. It may not feel super like feasible to do that. And so the universe is like, okay, I'm hearing you and we're going to come through and bring you different opportunities. You just need to be looking out for them. So please look and see what we are going to be bringing to you. And it feels like that's actually going to help you to materialize what you need to do so you can move forward, because I feel this being like you're honoring the way that you're feeling by doing this. I'm not seeing you be off track. However, it can feel kind of like, well, if the circumstance isn't really matching how I'm feeling, like what is the issue then? Like, shouldn't this be easy if it's in flow with where I am? And I feel like this is going to bring something about within the environment that's going to help you do what you need to do here, where right now you may not be able to do that. There's like something that feels almost like it's blocking it a bit, but I'm seeing that you are going to be moving forward. You just need to be on the lookout right now. That's what the advice is. Because I feel very much like the universe being down with the plan that you have here. So if you stay with keeping this in mind and looking out at what presents itself to you, it feels like that's all you need to do. And the way to move through this is going to very much reveal itself to you. Because I do see what you want being an option. It just feels like one of those times where you have to work with the universe and like the timing of that, and it will help you out here within this circumstance. So it's one of those times where like you don't have to do this alone. You're going to be supported through this, and just stay on the lookout right now for opportunities of growth and things that can sort of change the situation in positive ways for you, desirable ways for you. So that means like opportunities and stuff are going to come through. You just have to be on the lookout for it right now. So I wouldn't even say that you need to be making like a bunch of like physical moves right now. This feels like you need to just keep your eyes open and keep your ears open and be like seeking currently. So it's more of a gathering of information and looking around right now for you. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I am sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.